The following is a presentation of the Vol Network. Closed captioning provided by the University of Tennessee full-time MBA program. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer State.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose.
The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. Bang, he goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this one.
Touchdown, Tennessee to Pick Howard.
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show, hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By your local Ford dealer, Tennessee Saturdays, built Ford tough. By Dish, never miss a moment of Vol action. Catch the Vols on Dish, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics. By Farm Bureau Insurance, with agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
It was senior night at Neyland Stadium, a battle with the Missouri Tigers, and again it went right down to the end, but Missouri prevails. And really, Coach, it was a game in which both teams fought very, very hard, but this was a very good Missouri football team you faced.
Well, they did, and I'm very proud of our players for displaying their competitive spirit and going right down to the end with a number of onside kicks to try to possess the ball, get it back, and try to tie the game into going to overtime. But like we spoke about last night, Bob, is winning is very fragile. And, it comes down to making plays in critical situations and also situational football. We turned the ball over twice. One was a catastrophic turnover that really flipped the game. And then third down, a number of times we were ahead of the sticks. We had third and long, and we allowed them to gain a first down. Offensively, we were in third and long situations way too many times in the battle of field position. And those are all elements to winning football games. But again, our players kept believing. But, we have to improve on that as we move forward to Vanderbilt. I didn't think we tackled particularly well, especially in the secondary last night. And those are all things that we have to continue to do and to improve. Proud of our kicking game. I thought special teams really stepped up. Missouri is one of the top special teams units in the country, and I thought our players really took that challenge, and they took that challenge to heart.
Because of injuries, suspensions, you put the youngest team in Tennessee history on the field against Missouri.
Well, we started 7 true freshmen, 4 on defense. And even though they're true freshmen, the standard, the expectation by which we expect here at Tennessee doesn't change. And I thought the kids did a great job with that and continuing to move forward, and we'll benefit for many years to come with these live game opportunities.
But you've got to be proud of how they fought.
Well, they did. And that's been our culture, that's been our makeup since day one, and hopefully our fan base can see that. It's very, very important to these young players. And when you go in our locker room after the game, they don't want to leave, they hurt. Now we have to put everything aside. We're playing for a lot, Bob, and a lot of people never even thought that we'd be in this position that we're in to be playing for a bowl game. And so again, we have to come to work and get ready to go. Great challenge going on the road, prove we can win on the road in the SEC, and our team will be ready.
So Tennessee takes on Vanderbilt next Saturday, but we will look back at the Missouri game and also take you behind the scenes of Tennessee football next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Adidas Vol Scholar of the Week. This week, we recognize Daniel Helm. The freshman is pursuing a degree in material science.
I came here for school. I mean, obviously football is great, and I love football, but in the end, football might not last. So I want to be able to have my degree and know that I put in work and am able to do a lot of things outside of football.
An introductory physics class has inspired Helm to one day work for a sportswear provider like Adidas.
I was just in my physics class that kind of all engineers have to take, and they went through a demo on something, and I found it really interesting just kind of how different materials might change how something feels or how something acts. And so I thought it would be really cool to work with, say, Adidas and develop sports materials to make lighter, faster, stronger materials and such.
Congratulations to this week's Vol Scholar of the Week, presented by Adidas, the official footwear and apparel provider of the Vols.
Introducing one of the newest and most unique products in collegiate licensing. IDW is now offering commercial-grade Power T refrigerators for your office, man cave, and tailgate. Featuring high-quality LED interior lighting and an illuminated glass door, this item is sure to impress. They light up, they lock up, and most importantly, keep your beverages cold. Now available in 2 sizes. Order yours at idwlicensing.com.
Beads of Courage is a program that started in a hospital in Arizona where a woman wanted to help these young kids, very young kids who are battling cancer and extreme heart diseases, and give them a way to sort of tell their story. Well, Beads of Courage is a program that was created to give them a different bead for every doctor visit, every needle prick, every time they went through a chemo treatment or anything like that. They get a bead to kind of symbolize, this is what I've gone through. So then now you can look at a child who maybe has 1,000 beads around his or her neck, and now you can really kind of feel and tangibly see what they've gone through.
It's just support, man. I mean, just for you to see what someone else is going through in their life, and I mean, just open up your eyes and realize that, I mean, your bad day is, it might be someone's best day of their life, you know what I mean? And I mean, just appreciating life and appreciating what you have.
Each one of our football players will have a bead tied to their shoulder pads. And then after the game, each one of these players will sit down and write a note of encouragement to a child struggling with cancer.
It means a lot. I mean, a lot of these kids have struggles and stuff, and they look up to us as football players and being at the University of Tennessee. I mean, it's awesome to be able to hold something that they have as well and be able to have them live through us.
Well, we have a lot of great players on our team and players that truly understand that there are a lot of kids out there who are struggling and suffering in different ways. And I think it means a lot for our players to be able to participate in this. And then actually, the greatest part is they get to sit down and write a note to a child. And I think that it's more than just showing up at an event and shaking a couple of hands and signing autographs. This is something that's meaningful, and that child will probably have it the rest of their life. And I think our players really enjoy that.
Life lessons, and Antone Davis does a nice job of making sure these players know there's something outside football, and it's about growing up and becoming an adult.
Well, Antone does a great job, and he leads our Vol for Life program, and that's one of the many initiatives that we do within our Vol for Life program. But it's all about making a difference, Bob, and that's making a difference, and we're very, very honored, and it's a privilege to be such of a great organization, a part of it, and a part of a great program.
And we want to thank Jewelry Television also for providing the beads for the players and making sure that they're very much involved, and the players understand how important this is to give somebody just a little bit of hope and inspiration.
Well, our players understand the magnitude of it, the importance of it, and it's all about making a difference. And that's part of being champions in the community, which we talk about each and every day in our program.
When we come back, we'll take a look at a very emotional night, senior night at Neyland Stadium.
Jordan Williams. Quarterback, number 14, Justin Worley.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon, America's largest and most reliable network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers. By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by Food City, the tailgating headquarters of Vol fans everywhere. Food City, value every day.
Please welcome from Maryville, Tennessee, punter number 42, Derek Brodus.
It means a lot, just growing up seeing Tennessee football. There's been a lot of great people come through here, and to be able to wear the power tee, it means a lot.
From Brunswick, Georgia, defensive back number 27, Justin Coleman.
One thing I can say is that I enjoyed my time being here, and it's nothing like being in Tennessee.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, right tackle number 65, Jacob Gillum.
Just being a part of the program as a fan or a player, or, kind of that sense, for so long, it's going to be weird going back to that whole fan experience. And, watching from afar now instead of being, on the field.
From Rock Hill, South Carolina, quarterback number 14, Justin Worley.
Just the traditions, the support that this program has. The ball walk, running through the tee, everything after the game with the fans outside, all the kids want autographs and things like that. That's the reason why we do what we do, is for the fans and to play a game we love. So experiencing that for the last time is gonna, like I said, it's gonna be bittersweet, but it's still exciting to be a part of that still.
It's been a senior class that went through so much, and the ones that stayed have really helped you start this brick by brick campaign.
Well, they have, and they've really mentored our younger players. And you look at some of the performances that they turned in the Missouri game. You start with Matt Darr. His kick location was outstanding, and he continues to progress and get better and better and better. Jordan Williams has been a model of consistency the entire year, and he had his best performance against Missouri again. And these are individuals that have really stepped up in our entire senior class. And when you're as young as we are, leadership obviously is at a premium. And then the one individual who's very, very dear to my heart, Jacob Gillum, everything that he's given to Tennessee, a walk-on, and been able to put on scholarship. And he exemplifies the kind of character and the young man that we expect here at the University of Tennessee.
And when you talk to the seniors, you talk about how much they've given to this program, but the freshmen are all saying, we want to get the senior class to a bowl game. So this is very important to this freshman class. They know what the senior class has gone through.
Well, exactly right. And the senior class right now will come back for many years from now and say they were a part of building something special. They're the class that really took Tennessee football to the next step, not only on the field but off the field, Bob, as well.
We congratulate the seniors on their senior night. Now Rick Russo has a preview of one of Tennessee's best players, cornerback Cameron Sutton.
Down against the snap, back to throw. Quick out, that's intercepted on the right side at the 35, to the 20. That's another pick six. This one for Cam Sutton. Returns at 36 yards for another Tennessee defensive touchdown.
Being named as a freshman All-American is a great honor. It also comes with high expectations for a sophomore season, and Cam Sutton has certainly surpassed those expectations.
Nobody looks at him, even last year, nobody looked at him as a freshman. He comes in, gets his work done, hadn't complained not once. And he loves it. He loves it too much. He's one of those guys that coach talks about that he just does things differently. You know what I mean? It's not, he doesn't come in here, practice, lift weights, and study film, go home, and then he's a totally different guy. No, he's the same guy when he's here, when he's off the field. Cam Sutton he's a special kid.
Cam has extremely high level of confidence. It doesn't matter who the receiver is, he knows he can shut the receiver down. I know from experience on the field that Cam talks to me and tells me that he wants them to throw the ball his way because he wants an interception, he wants to make a play.
I came in the summertime, my freshman year, just trying to get acclimated with the surroundings, with my teammates, with the coaching staffs, and just trying to stay hard in that playbook. I was able to come in, and earn a starting position, and just didn't get wide-eyed, embrace that role, embrace that process.
In order to accomplish his goals on the field, Cam knew he'd have to put in the work off the field.
the same mentality in the weight room, on the field. He takes the same mentality in the film study. I see him like on the bus on the way to the hotel, not even on game day, and he'll be watching like highlights of safeties in the league or corners in the league, and this is stuff like that that people wouldn't notice and he doesn't really talk about. But you know what I'm saying? I see stuff like that.
I just use the techniques and the things that I'm coached on a daily basis from the coaching staff, and just use them in the game. And when like I said, when I'm playing my most confident ball, and I'm doing everything capable, and I'm energized and I'm passionate, it's hard to get anything on me, as well as the rest of the defense.
Cam's leadership and competitive spirit have endeared him to his fellow members of Team 118.
It's that important to him that it doesn't matter what you ask of him, he's going to do it.
He's very competitive on the field, off the field, anywhere. Like, you can't play him in pool and not get a competitive game out of him.
Now I'm looking forward to just step into a leadership role, be a leader to the young guys, just kind of give them knowledge of what I've been through that 1 year. I'm still learning as well, but I just know a little bit more than them, so I'm able to give them a little more feedback.
For the Butch Jones Show, I'm Rick Russo.
He's been a very, very good player in that Tennessee secondary.
Can't say enough about him. Extremely, extremely competitive. His daily approach to being the best that you can possibly be. Consistency in performance. You know, everything the mark of very, very good football players, great players, legendary players. They have a consistency in their approach every single day. Their daily approach to the day. They have a checklist of everything they want to accomplish. And the thing that I kind of chuckle, but I like going in the locker room, Bob, after practice and just sit in there and watch the kids, watch their routine. Well, I love watching Cam Sutton's routine. He comes in after practice, pulls his bottom drawer of his locker out, and everything is stacked exactly the way it's supposed to be, the shoes, everything. And that is a direct indication of his off the field to his on the field play, that small attention to detail.
And he has a confidence about him. Cornerbacks, that's what you love at them because they're out there on that island a lot.
Well, you have to. They are on an island, and you have to have a very short memory, and you have to play with great confidence. You have to trust what you see in your preparation, from studying the release mechanics of a quarterback to splits of the wide receiver to all the hints that they give you when they're coming out of their breaking points to finding the ball in the air. And we talk about finding the ball in the blind spot where your back is turned and you have to go up and locate the ball in the air, and he does that exceptionally well.
Sure does. Cam Sutton, one of the best defensive backs in the SEC. Now it's time for the Media Mash with Sarah Mitchell.
Welcome to this installment of Media Mash, where we found some priceless pictures we couldn't wait to show off. Vol fans do a great job each week of posting why you love Tennessee, but this one caught our eye. Vol nurse Casey isn't afraid to show her Vol pride as she sports the orange scrubs for the weekend. And these girls spent yesterday in Neyland Stadium, and as the caption says, as cute as a Butch button. Thanks for the post, Anna. This next post comes from Brian, where he says the perfect moments each night are spent around this brick fire pit telling stories of the great Tennessee Vols. And another game day winning look goes to Pippi Volstocking. When you go to Neyland Stadium, it's nothing but volunteer spirit. Molly rocks the cold weather with her Power Tee beanie and pom-poms. And we can't have a successful Media Mash without a sweet little baby. Check out this cute little football-dressed Braden that Cindy is so happy to show off. Vol Nation, I challenge you to start posting pictures now for your chance to be on the final installment of Media Mash next week. Don't go away, the Butch Jones Show will be right back.
Fans, your child's inside look at Tennessee athletics is available through the Junior Vols Club. Annual memberships include a Junior Vols t-shirt, monthly newsletters, free admission to select UT sporting events, and much more. For more information or to sign up for Junior Vols, visit utsports.com. Presented by the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, proudly serving the University of Tennessee Athletic Department since 1949.
Time now for Fueling Tennessee, presented by Humana, your health partner for life.
Okay, today, taking a look at some supplements. Superhuman strength, yeah, that sounds legit. Ingredients, maybe protein, possibly amino acids. There could be vitamins too.
Ms. Elson, check out this bag of subs. I'm loaded. I got a racquetball tournament. I want you to take a look. You down?
All right, let me take a look at this one.
That one's awesome. The guy told me, he's like, you're gonna get huge on this.
Okay, well, did you realize that the warning label is longer than the ingredient list?
Yeah, but I thought that was like suggested, like, don't even look at that.
Wow, okay. Hey, would you be willing to take a look at some food options maybe to fuel you up and get you jacked and swole for this racquetball tournament?
Yeah, I love food.
So we were talking about the supplements, right?
Right.
One of the problems with the supplement industry is that the products are not regulated. So whatever the label might say does not necessarily mean that that's actually in the product.
That's not cool.
Not cool at all. So let me show you some food things to do instead. Peanut butter sandwich, banana, pre-workout. You have a heavy lift, got to get some work done, perfect.
Is this gonna get me super swole?
Yeah, totally super swole.
I like where we're
because it's
going.
about calories. We need calories to get bigger.
Okay.
So after your workout, protein and carbohydrates are important, right?
Right.
So here you have a good snack that's got both of those things, plus vitamins, minerals, whey protein, and chocolate milk. So it's already in there. You didn't have to pay for a whole tub of it. We have some trail mix, little salt, get some electrolytes back in you, some protein, some carbohydrates. Here I have an egg and cheese sandwich, something wholesome and hearty and good for recovery. And then some fruit to get some extra vitamins, help get rid of the inflammation that occurred during the workout, that sort of thing. So here now we have a lot of really great stuff for not nearly the price as the supplements, and we know it's safe.
Miss Elson, my mind is blown. This is unreal. This is unreal. So I'm gonna eat this and win the tournament.
Totally win.
You're the best.
I know.
It's all about making sure that they're ready to go on game day.
Well, it is, and it's putting obviously the right fuel in your body, and like we speak about every week, Allison does a great job in not only just helping the kids, but also in the whole educational system and the value of eating the right foods, rest, recovery, and I think that's really been the key to us this year with such a young football team that'll serve us for many years to come, is just how do you take care of your body? How do you get the 8 hours of sleep? How do you hydrate? You know, the different things you need to be eating to replenish your fuel.
Coach Jones mentioned the fact there were 7 true freshmen that started the game against Missouri. One of those, Emmanuel Mosley. Danny Kleppinger has a look at the Tennessee freshman defensive back.
Emmanuel Mosley is growing into his position, literally. His improvements on the field are visible, but it's his weight gain that has given him the tools to be successful.
Oh man. First impressions of Manny was, I think I'm bigger than him. And then the second thing was when we bod potted him, I was like, there's no way this thing is going to measure him because he's so small.
Mosley entered Tennessee at 145 pounds. And thanks to Coach Lawson in the weight room and Allison at the nutrition bar, Mosley has gained upwards of 25 pounds since his arrival.
Well, me and Ms. Allison, we got a close relationship. I mean, it's probably the closest in this building because she was always coming up to me like, Manny, she called me Manny Mose. She said, Manny Mose, come eat. She'd come to me in the weight room, give me food while everyone working out and I'm eating, you know.
It's hard to have a plan for someone who just needs constant calories. It's just keep eating. I think for some guys who have to eat all the time like that, they don't even like food at some point.
Back to throw. Fires, end zone, pass batted away. It's batted away by Mosley.
Mosley was able to impress the Tennessee staff even with his small stature. So when he got onto campus and was instructed to gain weight, naturally he was hesitant. But he said he would do anything to see the field on game day.
With guys that are smaller like that, their biggest fear when they come in is that they're going to lose speed when they put weight on. And so I think he had that feeling a little bit.
Well, coming in, many people, they say once you put on weight, you get slower. But when I came in, I put on weight, I actually got faster. So that was a benefit.
It wasn't just his speed that improved, but Mosley saw progress in his strength as well. He was finally able to stand his own in practice, which gave him confidence for game time.
In the spring, it was kind of, they could block me, you know, knock me around, but since I really put on a lot of weight, I can get off blocks and, you know, create plays.
Mosley has locked himself into a starting position as the Vols make their push for a bowl game. Reporting for the Butch Jones Show, I'm Danny Kleppinger.
Thank you, Danny. It's interesting to look at what Mosley would be like after he gets a year in the weight room and gets a chance to bulk up even more.
Well, you're exactly right, because he has some intangibles that are hard to find.
Speed.
And he has speed and he has great length. And you saw the one play against Kentucky with his long arms, he was able to break the ball up. And that's kind of the trend in college football now, is you want length at the corner position. And you'll sacrifice a little bit of speed for length, but he has it both. And he's a very, very competitive young man, high school quarterback, led his team to a state championship. He understands how to win football games.
Manuel Mosley, a key part of Tennessee's building process here at Tennessee. When we come back, we'll talk about sudden change.
Timeout to check the stats. Brought to you by Dish.
When names like White, Atkins, Wilson, Henderson, and Berry have suited up in the orange and white, you would think that the Tennessee Defensive Record Book would be decorated with these types of household names. Check the stats. It was a linebacker from Brooksville, Florida, that set a single-game record for most tackles in a game. Tom Fisher was a one-man wrecking crew against the Auburn Tigers in 1964, setting a volunteer record with 21 solo tackles in that game.
Check the stats. Never miss a moment of Vol action. Watch live TV wherever you are. Learn more at dish.com/Vol. Catch the Vol on Dish.
The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you. Visit thenewlogistics.com. By Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by TRH Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at trh.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office.
You know, sudden change is just another adversity thing that we go through as a program.
It creates adversity and change in your life, and what you can do is learn how to adapt to everything that's coming towards you.
Sudden change is happening anytime throughout the course of the game, whether it's a bad call, whether it's a pick from the offense standpoint, whether it's a big play on defense. Sudden change is just opportunity for us just to get back on our feet, keep playing for 60 minutes, and just keep going. We can't look back on the plays in the past and just keep moving forward.
As soon as you hear that on the practice field, it's like all of your senses become alive.
1 minute we might be going for stretching, and the sudden change we're going straight into team. So, we just have to be prepared, be locked in, be focused, and just like I said, keep playing for each other and play for this program.
Sudden change, it happens all the time in a football game, doesn't it?
Well, sudden change is life, and we always talk to our players that football is life, just sped up a lot faster. And it's how you manage the adversities, how are you able to persevere when things don't go your way. Everyone has great plans, but very rarely does life or a football game go as you have planned. So you need to embrace that sudden change, and it's that mental conditioning, it's that mental toughness that we demand and expect in our football program every day.
Okay, a couple of things from the Missouri game. At the end, down by 8, 2 onside kicks. Tennessee recovers both of them, but penalties. Talk about what went through there and your thoughts on how your team executed.
Well, I thought our players did a great job of going and finding the ball and getting the ball. The one time was illegal touching. That was the second one, and it's a game of inches. The first one, they initially ruled that we had touched the ball first. We were going to go to replay, but they buzzed down to do their own replay, and what we knew happened is they touched the ball first, but unfortunately they called us offsides. It was one of those plays that we'll submit to the league office and see, but we have to be able to come up with the football and execute it. Unfortunately, didn't go our way.
Injury, Marquez North did not play in the game. What's his status going forward?
Marquez will be out for the rest of the year. He'll undergo shoulder surgery here this coming week, and we'll get him back for spring football.
Big week for your football team. Thanksgiving, Vanderbilt Saturday, chance to go to a bowl game.
Well, a very, very big week. And before we conclude the show, Bob, I just want to say thank you to Vol Nation and for their loyal support. You look at our fan attendance, 99,753. We're up over 10,000 fans in the last 2 years. And when most schools are on the decline, we're ascending. And that's a tribute to them, and we need to see everyone, all of Vol Nation in Nashville, as we take on a Vanderbilt football team and looking to get win number 6.
It's a very, very important game for your football team and your program going forward.
Well, it's very important, and it's the last game, and we're working to get to postseason play. But, you know, right, wrong, or indifferent, we have taken tremendous strides this year, Bob. And you look at all the so-called experts, we weren't even supposed to be in this situation when the season started, and we're still playing a meaningful game at the end of the last game of the year. So again, it's going to take a great week of preparation, and I know our players will be ready.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, your family, your football team, your coaches, and your staff, the players. And we'll see you Saturday in Nashville. Good luck.
Happy Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to Vol Nation.
So we'll continue next here on the Butch Jones Show. We'll look ahead at Tennessee's game with Vanderbilt.
Fans, join the Vol Network at Calhoun's on the River for Vol Calls. Talk Tennessee football with Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Vol Calls, the official statewide coaches call-in show for UT Athletics.
And now Butch Jones leads the entire Tennessee Volunteers on senior night, running through the tee against the Missouri Tigers. Snap down, kick on the way, spinning for the uprights, and that kick is good. Handoff, no, it's going to be a fly sweep coming near side, running room to midfield. Into Missouri territory, down to the 43-yard line comes Big Howard. Fakes a handoff, and Dobbs up the middle to the 40. Dobbs running to midfield and into Missouri territory, down to the 47-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Now they're going to run a fake. They're going to throw it right down the middle of the field to Alex Ellis. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Tennessee. Fake field goal. It was Patrick Ashford on the hold right down the middle to Alex Ellis. A 31-yard touchdown strike on a fake field goal, and Tennessee has jumped in front of the Tigers 9-7. Dobbs fakes a handoff, fires up in the middle, complete to Von Pearson down to the 29-yard line. Matty Mock drops to throw again. Going to be pressured. Kurt Majit's got him back at the 37-yard line. Fires down the middle of the field. The pass to Von Pearson, caught at the 15, spins away and is rolled down at the 13-yard line. Two-step drop, lob pass end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jason Kroom. Now they got to go for 2. Down 29-19. Dobbs going to roll to the right. Looking, running for the end zone, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Did he get in at the pylon? Yes! What a move by Josh Dobbs. And Tennessee pulls to within 8. 29-21. What a jump by Josh Dobbs. Medley boots it again. A high hop this time, and it's loose on the ground, and I think Tennessee's got it. Well, they're going to review this one too, I'm sure. It did not go 10 yards.
That's exactly what happened.
And the Missouri Tigers rally from a 13-13 tie at halftime, and then the Tigers run out the clock to win a 29-21.
Tough loss for Tennessee against the Missouri Tigers. They're leading the East for good reason. This is a very solid football team the Tigers have.
And Missouri is accustomed to being in these tight situations and a very, very veteran team. I thought it showed up Saturday night, but I thought Tennessee's resolve really showed up. I thought you saw a very well-coached football team, a team that definitely had its players invested despite a tough week of distractions. I thought what Tennessee was able to do and being in position there to be tied at the half and have some chances in the second half was the sign of a team that was mature beyond that of one that started so many freshmen, Bob.
It was obvious Missouri was not going to let Josh Dobbs beat them with his legs.
No, and Dobbs could not beat Missouri running the football. Tennessee had issues all night long, and 12 tackles for losses after we'd seen so much improvement from Tennessee's offensive line. But Missouri has a couple of NFL guys playing up front, a very veteran group playing up front, and we saw that Missouri's 4-man rush could give Tennessee fits all night long. That really hampered what the Vols wanted to do offensively. But I thought Dobbs still did a nice job of playing within himself, and the growth to me of Jason Kroom and what he's done at that wide receiver position is testament to Zach Azzani and all of the offensive coaches, but it's also testament to Jason Kroom, who could have been the forgotten man if that receiver corps core is so deep, so talented, and they thrive on that competition. Now we're seeing it.
And of course, with the injuries in the Tennessee offensive line going up against this very stout Missouri front, that was a bad matchup all night long.
It was a bad matchup. You're talking about Dylan Wiseman making the very first start of his career. He had played most of the second half against Kentucky last week after the Crowder injury, but still a tough situation to go into. And Wiseman had some bright spots. He had some tough spots, but Tennessee will only get better and improve from here. It's tough to go through these things right now, but the Vols will yield dividends from it next week at Vanderbilt and then next spring and next season as well. Bob.
Developing depth is a key. When we come back, we'll ask the coach here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to announce the AutoZone Player of the Game. Get in the zone, AutoZone. In the zone for Tennessee was Joshua Dobbs. The quarterback finished the night 24 of 37 for 195 yards passing and a touchdown. Dobbs also ran for a 2-point conversion. Congratulations to Joshua Dobbs, our AutoZone Player of the Game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone, AutoZone.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Vol Network Home Entertainment. From Pat Summitt to Peyton Manning, Vol Network Home Entertainment has the greatest moments on DVD.
By Humana, over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by the Tennessee Education Lottery. Proud to have raised over $3 billion for education programs in Tennessee. It's time now for Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, a proud corporate sponsor of the Vols. Visit them online at academy.com.
Welcome back to Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Today I'm joined with Vol for Life coordinator, Mr. Antone Davis. Welcome, Antone.
Thank you.
Antone, your first question comes from Josh Haynes. He wants to know the biggest impact the VFL program has on former athletes.
I think the biggest impact that Vol for Life has is that we found a way to let players know we still love you, we still want you around, come around, we throw some great events for them, and the biggest thing is we're not asking for anything except their presence. So I think that's a huge impact for all these former players that feel like they're still a part of the program.
And you have many events during the year that incorporate VFLs as well as the current student athletes. So will you talk about that interaction and the importance of that?
Well, one of the biggest things we do is we'll hold a job fair in February. And what that'll take place, well, what will happen is we'll have all these former players who are now successful business owners, and they'll get a chance to sort of mingle and mentor, at least for an evening, some of the guys that are current players and maybe not will make it to the NFL. Those guys have to now find jobs. They have to be out in the community and making those contacts, and this is a great way for them to be able to do that.
And Antone, we have another question from Martha Watts this time. She wants you to share your favorite memory of being VFL coordinator.
One of the greatest things that I see that happens with VFL is when you have former players who say, I haven't seen my roommate in 40 years. Or for example, when you have Al Wilson running through the tee right next to Pat Shires. Pat Shires played in the 50s, Al Wilson played in the 90s. When you can have that kind of connection, that's a great moment for me as VFL coordinator.
That's awesome. And Doug Howard wants to know, what's the importance of extending our arms to make new and old VFLs feel part of the volunteer family?
Well, it's extremely important. I mean, we say we're one Tennessee. We want our former players to know that they're certainly a part of that. We often talk about the traditions of Tennessee and what Tennessee has meant over the years. Well, that was created by people and in large part by these players. So we want them to understand that, hey, our arms are wide open for you. And Coach Jones has done a fantastic job of letting everyone know that they're welcome back. They're welcome back to practice anytime. They're welcome to come back to the facility. That's extremely important to create this family environment.
And when our student athletes graduate and they do not go on to play professionally, how valuable is it to have this VFL program in place so they know that they're always welcome back and they still are part of this brotherhood?
Well, we say once you're a Vol for life. You know, if a guy leaves, he does not get his degree, he goes down a different path and decides to come back, we have a program called the RAC program, the Renewing Academic Commitment. So we're going to stick with these players to make sure they get their degrees. If a guy does get his degree, goes out and he's looking for a job, we want to stay connected with him so that he can continue those relationships and hopefully come back to Knoxville, embed himself in the community, and get a great job right here locally.
Thank you for your time, Antone, and thanks for being VFL coordinator.
Thank you.
Time now for the Tennessee Top 5, brought to you by Hyundai.
Gets the snap and drills another beautiful spiral. Murphy's going to run to the sideline and watch the ball bounce at the pylon, and it's down at the 1-yard line. Matty Mock drops to throw again. Going to be pressured. Kurt Magid's got him back at the 37-yard line. Now they got to go for two. Down 29-19. Dobbs going to roll to the right. Looking, running for the end zone, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Did he get in at the pylon? Yes! Two-step drop, lob pass end zone. It's going to be caught. Waiting for the snap. Now they're going to run a fake. They're going to throw it right down the middle of the field to Alex Ellis. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Tennessee. Fake field goal.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board for today's Loyal Fan of the Game, brought to you by Hyundai. Vol fans are loyal. Hyundai fans are loyal too. Enough to be ranked #1 in customer loyalty 5 years in a row.
It's time for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponent. Brought to you by First Tennessee Bank, the official bank of the Vols.
And Tennessee will have a battle with its in-state rival Vanderbilt Saturday in Nashville. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff Central Time over in Nashville. Vanderbilt, a team, John, coming off really a thumping against Mississippi State.
Yeah, lost 51-0, Bob. Vanderbilt has lost all 7 of its SEC games by double digits. It's a team that has had to kick off a couple of running backs during the course of the season that looks really disjointed. I think that Tennessee is a far better coached team that has much more to play for right now.
Indeed, but Tennessee still has to come off the mat after this loss to Missouri.
Yeah, it does. The Vols have to respond, but we've seen that this is a Tennessee team capable of responding. I like their response all the way going back to early against Alabama. Tennessee has responded to every single opportunity since then, and again, I think this is a hungry Tennessee team. I know in speaking with both Todd Kelly, a freshman, and the senior Matt Darr, everyone is focused in on the bowl.
Exactly, and I think everybody is hoping these seniors can get to this bowl game because it's something that was the goal start of the season.
I think it's substantial that you have so many freshmen talking about how much they want a bowl for the seniors. It doesn't have to be that way. Sometimes the young guys don't have that perspective. These young Tennessee players do have that perspective, Bob.
So again, it's Tennessee and Vanderbilt. It'll be a 3 o'clock Central kickoff next Saturday at the Vanderbilt Stadium, and we'll have all the highlights for you next week here on the Butch Jones Show. John, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Bob.
For John Bryce of VolQuest.com and for Coach Butch Jones, I'm Bob Kessling. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week here for the Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Huster Broadcast Center.